I hear the music there. Time now for That's East Texas. East Texas Airmen and members of his company, now the big part of a book.
Yeah, it was written by a Switzerland native who saw the heroic acts of the airmen during World War II. He now wants to share their stories with the world. KETK's Daniel Pierce joins us live with the story of Henderson native Master Sergeant General Lowell T. Birdwell. Daniel.
You guys, I'm here at the Camp Fannin Memorial outside of UT Health Northeast. Now, this memorial honors those who trained at Camp Fannin and then went to go serve in World War II. And just like this memorial, a new book, One Way Ticket to Berlin, highlights a Henderson man as well as others from the greatest generation ever.
He said, I left East Texas and I was going to change the world. He said, I was going to find that Fuhrer and kill him myself.
Phyllis Luce's father, Master Sergeant General Lowell T. Birdwell, a Henderson native, served as a ball gunner for a B-24 bomber during World War II.
It is a leather sling in a plastic bubble, and you are hanging out there for the world to shoot at.
While she knew her father had served, it wasn't until after his death in 1995 she began to fully know of his sacrifice.
When I went through my dad's military papers, I found this medical transcript of an interview where he told his story.
She was sent a letter from an author in Switzerland who was writing a book about the bombers involved in a dangerous mission, destroying a Nazi ammo center in Berlin.
These crews encompassed 463 crewmen. 63 bombers on April 29, 1944 were lost 10 miles west of Berlin.
Among those shot down, her father and his crew.
He was reloading his weapon when his plane was hit. He always blamed himself that they went down. His ball turret took a direct hit.
Birdwell was injured by shrapnel and powder burns before parachuting out. For 8 days, he and his crew members were on the run.
He approached a woman who was hanging out clothes on the clothesline and asked her for something to eat. And she turned him in. He was put on trains, and he was in 2 different prison camps. He had been on the death march for like 84 days.
She says the book details moments she never knew about.
I did not know that he had escaped several times from POW camp, and I didn't know he was tortured.
The lasting effects of his capture staying with him forever.
He was nearly starved to death. He suffered the effects of malnutrition till the day he died.
In 1995, Birdwell would pass away, but instead of being buried in Arlington National Cemetery, he chose to stay a little closer to home.
He said, "No, I have iron ore gravel in my blood and I want to be buried in East Texas." And he was, with full military honors. The soldier said to my mother, he said, "On behalf of the President of the United States and a grateful nation." And I thought, he's not just my hero.
Now, she says that her father was on his next to last mission before returning home whenever he was shot down on that mission. Now, after he was liberated from a POW camp, he continued to serve in the Air Force for a combined total of 21 years. Reporting live, Daniel Pierce, KETK News.
Coming up tonight on